Nice. Ooh, that was crunchy. Anyway, you guys are listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC, Upper Montclair. I'm your host, Lara Ziccardi, and I have a studio full of people today, which is so lovely. I get to see all your lovely faces. That was a really good ASMR. It's okay. Anyway, who's with me? Who am I? First of all, you guys, the coffee hasn't kicked in again. I'm Lara Ziccardi, and I have my co-host with me, Amanda Gaudiosi, our segment host, Nicole Passaro, Benjamin. Do you want Ben or Benjamin?
Either's fine.
Tomato. Okay.
Benjamin.
Benjamin
My name's too long
Tomaszewski.
either way, so.
Okay. And then we have Sam Torres joining us for the first time ever. Welcome, Sam. We're glad to have you on. Sorry, for those of you who are not in studio, so everybody, Sam just reached over to Nicole. That was really funny. Anyway, we have a great show for you planned today. We're going to be talking about New Jersey kids pouring into New Jersey hospitals with an odd respiratory illness, Omicron boosters, and when's the best time to get a flu shot? Because flu shots are cool. Yeah, vaccines. Go vaccines. Anyway, before we get into any of that, we have a newscast. We have a newscaster. I'm so excited. Are you ready, Sam?
I guess. Making me nervous.
I'm sorry. I'll keep the pressure off. I'll back away from the mic.
Okay. I'm just gonna move over so I don't look at you.
I'm gonna turn my headphones off. My headphones are off.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I'm Sam Torres, and this is WMSC News. So, starting with some national news, in Ohio's new abortion law forces Dr. Mae Winchester to fight to protect Tara George's life, as she needed an abortion since her baby had lethal fetal anomalies. Tara George needed the right medical care, but was denied the abortion as the Supreme Court's reversal of Roe v. Wade happened weeks ago. Tara and her husband, Justin, are still fighting and trying to help other women who are going through the same thing. Now, moving on to some New Jersey news. At Newark Liberty Airport, the completion of the new Terminal A and the replacement of the aging monorail is delayed until the end of the year due to supply chain problems and financial pressures which were caused by the pandemic. Construction started back in 2018 and was supposed to be completed this past summer, but now is supposed to be finished at the end of 2022. Now on to some Montclair local news. The Montclair Brewery is hosting an Oktoberfest celebration this Saturday, September 24th, from 12:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. At this celebration, there will be music, drinks, food, games, and much more, as many restaurants such as Ray's La Jeanette are excited to prepare special Oktoberfest menus for the event. Now for some weather. It is 48 degrees right now. It is still sunny, but still pretty cold. I almost wore my UGG slippers today. As the UV index is 1, so make sure to dress warm. Today we have a high of 61 and a low of 48 degrees, and it is supposed to remain sunny for the rest of the day. For WMSC News, I'm Sam. Back to you, Lara.
That was such a great newscast.
Thank you.
That was such a great
Thank
first
you.
newscast. I'm gonna rate it 9 out of 10.
What happened
That was
to the last point?
I don't know. I can't give you a perfect score.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
Actually 8.5 because you questioned. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. Don't you worry. But thank you so much, Sam. Anyway, it's time for spot.
Why, thank you. Good morning, everyone. We're going to start off today's sports news with a little drama, because who doesn't love drama?
Okay.
Ooh.
I used to ask my segment host this. What flavor is the tea? What kind of tea is it?
Got a little green tea with some honey
I
today.
was thinking green tea
Oh.
too. Anyway, keep going.
Alrighty. So Boston Celtics head coach Imei Udoka is suspended for the season after reports came out that he had inappropriate and consensual relationships with a female worker for the team. This is a huge blow for the Celtics, and it will be interesting to look out for how the team adjusts in his absence. Assistant coach Joe Mazzulla will take the reins as the new head coach, at least for the 2022-2023 season. Udoka's future with the team is uncertain at this time. One of the biggest rivalries ever seen in sports, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees, continued on Thursday night, with Aaron Judge being 1 home run away from breaking the Yankees' home run record, held by Babe Ruth. Every Yankees fan held their breath every time he came up, just waiting for that one crack of the bat. Even though Aaron Judge did not hit number 61, the Yankees were able to squeak by in extra innings with a 5-4 win. The rivalry continues tonight, with hopes that Judge can make history in front of his home crowd. The New York Mets had off on Thursday night, but are looking forward to a weekend series in sunny Oakland against the Athletics starting tonight. Now that the Mets clinched at least a wildcard spot, it makes every game from here on out just that more meaningful as they look to secure the division. Now moving over to some football. Thursday night featured the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Cleveland Browns. Both teams lost in their games in week 2, so they are both looking to bounce back. This game was close through the first half, with the Steelers holding a narrow 14-13 lead. However, in the second half, it was all Browns, as they outscored the Steelers 17-3 and won by a final score of 29-17. Now let's look forward to some Sunday football. The New York Jets play their first home game of the season as they host the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals at MetLife Stadium. With Joe Burrow saying that he deleted all of his social media, it will be interesting to see if him and his squad can turn things around and steal one on the road. Two of the greatest quarterbacks of all time face off as Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers visit Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Now on to some Montclair State sports. The women's soccer team was victorious with a 1-0 win on Thursday. Eileen Cahill was the lone goal scorer for Montclair, her 4th of the season. The women's soccer team now moves to 7-0 after this win. The women's volleyball team fell short against Rowan University, losing by a score of 1-3. They're next in action on Tuesday at Stockton University. Finally, to wrap some things up, we have some UFC news, actually some UFC history. The UFC signed their youngest fighter ever, Raul Rojas Jr., who is only 17 years old, which is just absurd to me. Back to you, Lara.
Imagine being 17 years old and going, "Ooh, sports." Wait, what? Yeah, sports.
That
my
was
God.
some good sports updates
That
today.
was a great sports
Thank
update.
you.
I just realized I was sitting here and I was listening to Ben. I was like, oh my God, he gets to report Thursday Night Football, what's going on for Sunday. You got a good day for sports.
Absolutely.
Anyway,
Get it for sports.
sports. For those of you who are not in our general meetings here at the station, whenever the sports team goes up to do their updates, we all just go sports. I started the trend. I'm just kidding. Anyway, thank you for the sports.
Absolutely.
We're going to be talking about some kids. We're not just going to be talking about any kids. We're going to be talking about New Jersey kids. And New Jersey kids are pouring into Jersey hospitals in the state of a respiratory illness. So New Jersey hospitals are filling up with kids coughing and struggling to breathe. But it's not COVID or even influenza. According to NJ.com, an outbreak of viral respiratory infections is sending children to emergency rooms throughout the state. The biggest culprits are Endovirus and Rhinovirus, as well as a few cases of respiratory syncytial. That's a weird word. Guys, medical words are tough in the morning. Syncytial virus, all of which usually produce cold-like symptoms. But in severe cases, they cause respiratory distress. Since another school year has begun, viruses spread, and it's also getting colder out, so viruses spread easily. And there's already an outbreak of respiratory illnesses case filling up pediatric hospital beds. Experts say the surge in infections has also been aided by the relaxation of masking and other measures against COVID-19. The CDC issued an alert earlier this month warning that Endovirus D68, a virus that can cause an infection similar to the common cold, but in some cases can cause serious breathing problems. Endovirus D68 spreads when a person is sick with the virus coughs or sneezes or touches the surface that is touched by others. The State Department of Health also issued an advisory last week to pediatricians and hospital warning of higher endovirus and rhinovirus activity in recent weeks. Hospitals want to get the message out to parents and encourage proper hygiene measures and vaccinations, as health officials emphasize that some kids are at higher risk. What I want to know, is there a vaccine for this?
I'm assuming, maybe? Is this new? Is this a new
Yeah, I've
illness?
never heard of these viruses before.
I haven't either.
So, I
Time
don't know.
to another sidetrack of Lara looks up things. Okay, according to the Wisconsin Health Department, so still in our US region, they said, quote, there is no vaccine to protect you against rhinovirus or endovirus, which is actually really interesting. Let's see. Another health website says it's difficult to develop the vaccine because rhinovirus infects quickly and mutates quickly. I also want to know, like, how young or how old these kids are.
Yeah, does it? I mean, I'm assuming it doesn't only affect children. I mean, I'm sure people much older probably get the virus. Maybe I honestly don't know. I genuinely have never heard of this before. So I'm like learning as we go.
You know, it's also, we never heard of monkeypox. We never heard of COVID-19. And here we are today.
I feel like there's always new illnesses, new sicknesses, but because of COVID, now it's like a huge thing. Before COVID, there was sicknesses, colds, and we kind of just
Sniffled and went our way.
it was like, oh, it's a thing, but now we're gonna move on. But ever since COVID-19, it's kind of just, oh, now we have to be careful, and there's a new virus and all this stuff, and
You better watch out. Just kidding. But if it's putting this many kids into the ER, that's worrying.
It does seem very serious. I mean, if there's like the thing said, I mean, there's beds filling up in hospitals with children who can't breathe. So I mean,
feel
that's
so
a little.
bad.
I do too. That's a little concerning. So
That, and you know how some parents are very concerned about their children being masked and all that.
yeah.
Like the whole unmask my child movement.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why. I feel like these are the people, like, I feel really awful saying this. Like, just because you're not pushing on your kid protective measures, they're unfortunately like getting sick.
I mean, I don't even see students at Montclair's campus
Oh, no.
wearing masks anymore. Like masks are a thing of the past, which is very crazy to say.
Was it Wednesday on the Buzz, we reported that 52% of cases were up since the first week of classes at Montclair State.
Wow. I didn't even know that. No one's even talking about it anymore. I feel like COVID just isn't a hot topic as it was 2 years ago. I mean, now no one's talking about it. No one's wearing masks. I feel like everyone is kind of feeling, very lax about it. Like very, we're fine. I don't have to
It's like everything.
wash my hands and
Stop.
well, I'm hoping people wash their hands, but
PSA, you should be washing your hands.
yeah.
And I also think it's a good time to get vaccinated. And speaking of vaccines,
Yes. Yeah. Speaking of vaccines, 4.4 million Americans roll up their sleeves for Omicron targeted boosters. Let's talk about it. So, U.S. health officials say that 4.4 million Americans have rolled up their sleeves for the updated COVID-19 booster shot. The CDC posted the count yesterday as public health experts deplored President Joe Biden's recent remark that, quote, the pandemic is over. The White House said more than 5 million people received the new boosters by its own estimate that accounts for reporting lags in states. Health experts said it is too early to predict whether demand would match up with the 171 million doses of the new boosters in the U.S. ordered for the fall. A temporary shortage of Moderna vaccine caused some pharmacies to cancel appointments while encouraging people to reschedule for a Pfizer vaccine. The issue was expected to resolve as government regulators wrapped up an inspection and cleared batches of vaccine doses for distribution. Some Americans who plan to get the shot, designed to target the most common Omicron strains, said they are waiting because they either had COVID-19 recently or another booster. They're following public health advice to wait several months to get the full benefit of their existing virus-fighting antibodies. So yeah, I mean, COVID is not over. I mean, the quote, the pandemic is over. I feel like COVID is never going to go away.
yeah,
Yeah, definitely. It's never. I feel like it goes in phases though, because like I remember last year, it was like September when like school started up again. I was in high school and like no one would talk about it. It was like a thing of the past. But then like it was like fall came and was like November and December, and then like everyone started getting it during like winter break, and it's like, oh my gosh, COVID. Like so it's like I feel like it just comes in phases now.
It does, especially in the colder months. I mean,
Yeah.
I had COVID last New Year's. Actually, I had it on New Year's Eve and day, and yeah, it was Omicron. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was
Yeah.
bad, but like it's the strains are getting less intense each time
Yeah.
around. So each winter when it comes back strong, I mean, it's not as bad. So I mean, that tends to happen with like sicknesses and stuff like this. So I mean, I'm hoping as time goes on, it gets better.
Yeah.
it's inevitable at this point.
Yeah, it is.
I feel like at some point we are all going to get it. I hate saying that, but COVID is here. COVID is here to stay. She's not going anywhere. She came to the party when she was uninvited, and she is the last person to leave the party.
Yeah.
And
She's still here.
and you know what? She bought some friends. What can I say? So another little PSA, it is so important to get vaccinated, but you must be asking yourself, when is the right time to get vaccinated? You're going to have to stay tuned for that. We're going to take a short little break here on the Morning Buzz. We'll be right back.
Whilst the basket
Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz on WMSC Upper Montclair. I'm your host, Lara Ziccardi, and join with me are a bunch of lovely people who I will introduce again at the second hour because I'm feeling a little bit lazy today. You guys, it's Friday. We're getting ready for a fun weekend. I don't know about you, but hopefully you're getting ready for a fun weekend. I don't know what you're doing, but I hope whatever you're doing, you're enjoying it. Anyway, speaking of things that we're doing, we're gonna talk about things that we should be doing. Getting vaccinated. Woo. Hot girls get vaccinated. Actually, hot people get vaccinated. So October is apparently the best time to get COVID boosters and flu shots. With doctors' offices and pharmacies now offering seasonal flu shots and updated COVID boosters, experts are urging Americans to get both, with many saying October is the best time. While experts say October may be an ideal window to boost immunity, they are also emphasizing the importance of getting vaccinated, period, whether you are able to. Experts say it's safe for people to get both shots during the same visit for added convenience. White House COVID coordinator Dr. Ashish Jha told ABC News the best time to get a newly updated COVID-19 booster is no later than the end of October for maximum protection, which also aligns with flu shot timing. Experts also say not to worry if you can't get your flu shot done before Halloween. The new COVID-19 boosters are designed to be a better match against currently circulating COVID-19 variants, Omicron, and are currently authorized for everyone 12 and older who had their last COVID shot at least 2 months ago. People previously infected with COVID may also consider waiting 90 days before receiving their booster shot. Speaking of the flu, some experts predict that the season influenza virus, following 2 years of mild activity, is expected to be in full force this season. Also, we would also like to emphasize that experts say getting both your COVID booster and flu shot at the same time won't weaken your body's immunity capacity to fight either virus. Something very interesting to me is that they're saying, oh, you can get them at the same time. Which, because I know some people are like, I don't know, that seems a little sussy, but I mean, these people know their stuff. So
Yeah, I mean, like you said, it is important to get vaccinated. So Get your boosters, people.
Speaking of getting vaccinated, are you guys going to get the new booster? Not to put you on the spot.
Yeah. I mean, I know I'm like always, we have to get vaccinated, but I still haven't gotten the first booster. So I'm definitely,
You hypocrite.
yeah, I'm definitely
Just
being
kidding.
hypocritical. I'm like, get boosted, but also I haven't. I just, I want to, but I'm nervous only because every time I get vaccinated, I always get sick for those 2 days. And I know it's worth it to just get sick for those 2 days so you don't get sick. But I have to mentally prepare myself to want to get sick for those 2 days. So I have to wait for the right time when I don't have homework and all that stuff to get sick.
No, when I tell you, I have an appointment actually set up with CVS. Would like to emphasize that we are not sponsored. I don't know. CVS is personally my gal. I have one set up for next Friday. So you will see me dead on Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
But I don't know why. I just want to get it over with.
Yeah, just do it.
If I have to be dead for a few days, and I'm also mentally preparing myself. I'm like, I'm gonna be dead. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, don't want to put you guys on the spot again, but I'm going to. Do any of you get your flu shot?
No.
Really? Why?
Yeah, but it's because like my parents just never they just never brought me to like CVS to get it. My sister gets it all the time, but I see her get sick from it. So I'm just like, oh, I don't really know about that.
I get that. I went to urgent care a few weeks ago because when you get like the summer sniffles, that's
Yeah.
that's what I had. And the doctor was like, do you want to get your flu shot too? And I went, yeah, why the heck not? That was a quote taken from that day. But I've always gotten my flu shot. Shout out to my mom for always making me get my flu shot. I don't get sick from it. I don't know
Really?
why.
Yeah, me either. I usually get like every year, but I've never gotten sick from it. So
Really? That makes me like consider getting the flu shot because I've
like,
never
the aftermath is like fine. Like my arm will hurt, but like otherwise I'm fine. But the COVID one, that's like I'm like dead for like a day.
intense.
Like, I'm like
Yeah.
Yeah, I never had the flu shot, but I had the flu really bad last year. I was out for a week. I was out of school, work, everything. It was so bad. I was just laying there with like a 104 fever. I was like, this was worse than COVID. I kept saying, I was like, the flu was way worse for me than when I had COVID. I mean, COVID was bad. I also had a 104 fever when I had COVID, but it was only like 3 days. So I was able to like come back, recoup. But no, with the flu, it was like a week. And even after the week, I was still feeling a little not right. So
Whole week is crazy.
yeah, I mean, I've never had the flu before. So that was the first time having the flu, but that was when I worked at a daycare. So I'm assuming it's because
Gross little children.
children get sick a lot, especially at daycares, and they just spread little illnesses around, and I definitely got it. So
Yeah.
I think the flu shot might be important for this year.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like vaccines are so important, especially now because COVID. I don't know why. I just feel like since we're talking about COVID, not to get political, but to get political, I feel like vaccines have become such a political divide in this day and age. And all that vaccines really do is just to keep us safe. And people are like, I'm not going to allow you to microchip my body, which is a great example of misinformation.
I forgot about that. I mean, I think it's been a political issue since the vaccines were even brought up. I mean, I remember
it's too soon.
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, people were like, it's way too soon. How do we know this is safe? And I mean, of course, you don't know, but I mean, I think it's proved itself. I mean, we're all fine, I hope. And but that was crazy when people were saying they're putting a microchip in your body. I was scared. I was like, are they?
Yeah, me too. I was like, oh no, like, am I gonna die for this?
I was just thinking I know exactly what I was thinking. Here, let me not say it. So I will just tell it to you. Oh, you guys, I can't find it. Oh, this is what I was thinking. I haven't touched the soundboard in a hot minute, so love me my sound effects. But yeah, PSA, it's important to get vaccinated. And yep, no, we're not going to get more political.
Well,
Speaking of getting even more political.
yeah, I was just about to say, actually, yeah, we're going to. So, Montclair parents voice support for the district's new sex education curriculum. So, Montclair parents voiced support for the district's newly implemented sex education curriculum earlier this week. They spoke out against comments made by 2 Board of Education members and a resident at the meeting earlier this month questioning the curriculum. Resident Lorraine Reagan asked the statewide sex education curriculum be put on pause in Montclair schools so that parents can have a chance to review it. Reagan did not identify herself as a parent in the district. The new standards expand on lessons about gender identity, sexual orientation, consent, and gender expression. By 2nd grade, students will have learned about the range of ways people express gender and how gender role stereotypes may limit behavior. By 5th grade, students will learn about sexual development and the role of hormones. 8th graders will have been taught the different sexual activities and identify factors that are important in deciding whether and when to engage in sexual behaviors. Republican lawmakers in the state have opposed the new curriculum, arguing that the standards are not age appropriate. Reagan claims that the curriculum teaches harmful gender ideology and shares ideas that are very destructive to the mental health of children.
We're gonna be a little bit careful talking about this because, the FCC and all that fun jazz. But how is it not age appropriate for a, say, 14-year-old to know how their body works?
Yeah, so that is something, I mean, we've talked about this before on the Buzz, and that's something I've always,
one of my favorite topics to talk about, actually.
yeah, it always, it's a reoccurring topic, and I just feel that it is important for children to learn how their body works and the appropriate terms for things. I mean, when you're a young kid, I mean, it's important to know, not just call everything a nickname, to call it its medical, name, and know how everything works. I mean, it's a part of your body, just like your elbow or your hands. I mean,
and plus, God forbid something happens, you're gonna call that, portion a nickname, and you tell an adult, and the adult's like, "What are you talking about?"
mhm.
So I feel like teaching children the correct anatomy names are so important, and it really honestly frustrates me that a lot of right-winged people are saying that it's not age appropriate. It's
Mhm.
anatomy. I don't understand how it's not age appropriate. It's like what you said, it's calling your hand,
Exactly. And I feel like it's always been a very controversial topic with the gender identity stuff and gender expression. And I feel like, why does it matter? I mean, this is just my opinion, but why does it matter?
When I tell you, I literally agree with you. Is it affecting your life in any way, shape, or form? No. Why can't you let people be themselves
Exactly.
without giving your 2 cents? Period.
And I feel especially with children, they should be able to express themselves however they want. I mean, it takes a long time. I'm 22 years old, and I like to wear different things. I mean, let kids express themselves. If a little girl wants to wear something that's traditionally for a biological male, then why not? And if vice versa, if a boy wants to wear, something traditionally for, like, a girl, then I feel like they should be able to, or just to talk about it, express themselves. I don't know.
No, I totally agree with you. And I saw a TikTok a while ago where a little boy's mom made him a dress, and they went to Joann's fabric store, and the lady that was cutting the fabric, she was like, "Oh, what are you making?" And the little boy's like, "Oh my gosh, a dress." And she was like, "I'm not cutting your fabric. That's like, little boys can't wear dresses." And I'm like,
That's awful.
I know. And at the end of the day, she did get the fabric, and the little boy did get to wear his dress. And I was
We're
like,
just so quick to judge nowadays, but honestly, it's okay to be different and okay to be unique because the world needs more of it, for being honest.
exactly. I don't want to be a carbon copy of one another. That's
Mhm.
boring.
Exactly.
I don't know. That's why the world is so unique. Is because we're all different in our own way. And you know what? People who are judging people are just. I really just don't like that at all. I really don't. Anyway, we're going to shout out to Montclair for actually putting this curriculum through and just trying to make sure their students stay educated about their bodies and how things work. We're going to take a little short break here on the Morning Buzz, and it's just for a little time check. It is currently 7:33 a.m. and we're going to play a special little song. This is 7 a.m. by Rex Orange County. Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz. You just listened to 7 a.m. by Rex Orange County. We're here reporting live again on the Morning Buzz. We have some more news for you. We're talking about the man, the myth, and the legend, Donald Trump, as usual.
Again?
Of course.
And guess what? We're going to be talking about him later. So please, if you feel the need to, please stay tuned. Sorry, you guys. I have to prepare myself again to talk about this man because emotionally, LOL. Special master in Mar-a-Lago case asks Trump to back up his allegation. Just letting that sink in my brain. The special master appointed to review documents federal agents seized at Donald Trump's Florida estate has given the former president until Friday of next week to back up his allegation that the FBI planted evidence in the search on August 8th. According to NBC News, the FBI search of his Mar-a-Lago resort, Trump and his lawyers have publicly insulated on multiple occasions without providing evidence that agents planted the evidence during the search. No matter how many times I get it, I'm just like, I can't. Senior U.S. District Judge Raymond J. Deirdre of New York, the court appointed the special master ordered the government to turn over copies of all non-classified items seized in the case to Trump's lawyers by Monday. He then ordered Trump's team to submit a declaration or advit of many items in the inventory that were removed from Mar-a-Lago. Deary also asked Trump's lawyers to identify any items that were seized by agents but not listed in the inventory. Both sides were ordered to appear for a status conference on October 6th. And boy, oh boy, am I going to be watching the news in the next 2 weeks. I'm going to keep a careful eye on it. Guys, I can't keep talking about this man.
What even is there to say? I mean, as we've been talking about this is the first time he's now saying, oh, the FBI planted these there.
The FBI planted it. It's not me. It was the FBI. First of all,
Good impression.
thank you. I've been working on it. Okay, so for context, COVID, we were all inside. And I was a senior in high school and I was like chilling with my family. So we worked on our Trump impressions for at least a whole straight year. So that's how I got
That's
it.
Paid
so
off.
funny.
Exactly. But imagine not having nothing else better to do than blame the FBI for planting documents. Please, someone take the floor. I need a minute.
I mean, I just have no words. There's nothing really else to say because he just keeps doing more and more things that it's just
when
no words at this point.
When will you learn? Consequences. Ladies and gents, welcome to a man-child not taking ownership for his actions, and that's all I pretty much have to say.
Yeah. Again,
Amanda.
with Trump, we talk about him so much. At this point, it's what else do we really have to say?
And guess what? We're talking about him later.
We are.
Yeah, we are. So please, if you're interested, please stay tuned. But we're still going to be talking about the government, right, Amanda?
Yes, we are.
Oh.
So, senators introduce American Music Fairness Act, which would require radio to pay royalties to musicians.
Woo.
Woo! We are on the radio. So
We are?
I mean, I think so.
Actually, we're on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
All right. So since the dawn of the radio, the United States has been and remains the only major country in the world where radio pays no royalties to performers or recorded music copyright owners of the songs it plays. This is a situation that is largely due to the powerful radio lobby's influence in Congress. While more than 8,300 AM and FM stations across the country pay royalties to songwriters and publishers, they have never paid performers or copyright holders, although streaming services and satellite radio does. On Thursday morning, Senator Alex Padilla, Democrat of Calif, and Marsha Blackburn, Republican of 10, introduced the bipartisan American Music Fairness Act. It aims to fix that situation by, quote, ensuring artists and music creators receive fair compensation for the use of their songs on AM and FM radio. This legislation will bring corporate radio broadcasters up to speed with all other music streaming platforms, which already pay artists for their music. I advise you to buckle your seatbelts for this sentence, ladies and gents and peeps. According to Variety, while still a powerful force, it is no secret that terrestrial radio is rapidly losing audience to streaming services, satellite radio, podcasts, and other broadcasters. And once streaming services become widely available in cars, that decline is likely to accelerate dramatically. Champions of the Radio Freedom Act that was introduced last year are using that threat as an argument for radio to continue to pay no royalties to performers and copyright holders.
Shout out to our amazing general manager, Annabelle Poland. She informed us in our morning buzz chat on Discord that WMSC pays royalties for the songs played online. Right?
I was like, know that.
Honestly, this is talking about the radio, like actual radio,
the big dogs.
And it really is so interesting because people keep saying, oh, radio's dead, but if radio was really truly dead, would we be in here reporting about this?
I would just like to say radio is not dead because I just had to write a 1,000-word research paper and my topic was on how radio is thriving still in today's day and age, and a lot of people think that it's not, but I mean it really is.
Totally. And honestly, radio is online as well.
Exactly.
So are they really wanting to double that? Like what do they want? What do they want stations to do at this point? And back to like the whole radio is dead thing. I think people think that radio is dead because podcasts are the new thing. And podcasts are great. Don't get me wrong. I like to listen to podcasts. But if again, according to our general manager, still about 90% of Americans listen to the radio. And not only that, I really think radio has changed because of social media. Because think about it, before social media, you just heard voices on the radio. You didn't see their faces. You didn't know what they looked like. You didn't know what they do throughout the day. And it's so interesting. Like I had the absolute privilege to interview Elvis Duran last year.
Wow, that's so cool.
And he was saying that you, like back then, you didn't know what we looked like. You didn't know what we did throughout a day. But now on social media, we're posting about things that we do in our daily life, or our new coffee maker that we're using, or going on a cruise. Like you're in the know about what these people are doing.
More of a personal connection, I feel, with who you're listening to.
Oh my God, totally.
I feel like this act is definitely long overdue.
Totally.
Just because musicians absolutely deserve their royalties for the radio streaming their music.
Yeah.
Lara, I wanted to just agree with you for what you just said about what Elvis Duran said. I mean, when I was writing my essay, I was thinking about it. I mean, social media, honestly, people would like to say that it killed radio, but I mean, I think it honestly helped radio to grow. I mean, like you said, we now can see the people behind the microphones and the car radio. And I mean, now we know what they're doing. And I know a lot of people on TikTok. There's a lot of people that are on the radio on TikTok. And because we get to see behind the scenes how radio works, people are more inclined to go listen to the radio on their own, especially younger people, which is nice to see.
Totally. But you know what hasn't changed? Women in radio. Please don't quote me on this, but it's either about 19% of women are in radio. And, you know, Elvis Duran is still the main name of the morning show, of course. But women here, when they get married, they lose touch with the top 40 audience. It's just, I also got the privilege to interview Danielle Monaro last year as well.
She's on that show too,
She is.
right?
And just being a woman in the industry, in honestly any industry, but especially the radio industry and the media industry, I feel like a lot of women are just looked over.
Yeah, I mean, it is sad, but listen, we got 4 girls in this radio station. We're winning.
We have 4 women in the studio right now, which is absolutely amazing. And last semester, on Fridays, we had a whole girl boss group where it was just all women in the studio. And thank you, Annabella, for clearing things up in our buzz chat. 19% of general managers are women. 19%. That's not a lot. That's
Definitely
not a lot. And I'm so proud to be a woman in this industry, but at the same time, I really hope there's more of us that get representation, like representative. Like, yeah. So shout out to all women everywhere. Thank you guys for the rant. That was great. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to our segment.
Hello.
Nicole.
Yes. We have some good stuff this week.
Delicious.
Okay, so starting with Taylor Swift reveals track 13 of her upcoming new album Midnights, and also has a doppelganger.
Don't be shy. Move that mic.
Yeah, let's move it. Okay, so according to Billboard, Taylor Swift announces on TikTok that she will be doing a new series called Midnight's Mayhem with Me. This series will feature her taking a lucky number from 1 through 13 out of a cage to reveal a song on her track list. This week, she picked out number 13, which is the final song on the album, named Mastermind. We don't know how often Swift will be doing episodes of this, but all we do know is that it will be announced on selected days at midnight. Also, according to Billboard, Taylor Swift has a TikTok doppelganger named Ashley Leachin. Leachin, a TikToker, looks very similar to Taylor, and she often dresses up like her in her TikTok videos. In one video, she reacted to the new series, and Taylor Swift's mother, Andrea Swift, said that Ashley really does look like Taylor.
Midnight.
Midnight.
I know her whole thing is about midnight and all that.
I'm very excited. I
I'm
can't-
so excited. Like I like when she like announced on TikTok like she's gonna be announced and like revealing her song names. I was so excited.
Of course, number 13 was the first one
Of
she picked. She
course.
was like, why wouldn't it be? Also, she revealed the 8th one last night. I don't know if you saw it.
What was it?
So, because of rules, I cannot actually say the name of
right.
the song.
Oh, really?
There might be a bad word in it. So,
Oh.
Miss Taylor, I cannot say it on the radio.
Oh, I
but
need to know. Like I'll go on TikTok. after
very
this.
iconic.
Really?
Very iconic. No, I am so excited.
The track does have a curse word in it. Taylor. Hold on, you guys keep going. I'm gonna figure out what
Okay.
this is.
Okay, we have another news story. This one is crazy. So, Adam Levine admits to cheating in lost interview amid Beate Prinsloo affair claims. According to Metro, Adam Levine admitted to cheating on his previous partners in a lost interview amid speculation over his romance with Beate Prinsloo. The Maroon 5 singer's marriage to the Victoria's Secret's icon was thrown into the spotlight this week after Instagram model Sumner Stroh claimed that they had an affair, allegations he strongly denied. In a recently uncovered interview with Cosmopolitan, the 43-year-old opened up about his love life and revealed that he was unfaithful in previous relationships. Speaking to the publication in 2009, 3 years before he started dating Beate, he was questioned on why men cheat. He said, in quotes, instinctively, monogamy is not in our genetic makeup. People cheat. I have cheated. And you know what? There's nothing worse than the feeling of doing it.
Oh my.
Adam also explained that he's not hard on himself in general to the point where it's a bad thing. Since Sumner Stroh's allegations came to light, a string of other women have come forward with claims that they also received flirty DMs from Levine.
Shame on you, Adam Levine.
Levine.
Shame on you. Okay,
This is a disappointment.
Nicole, I have a theory. You
What's
guys,
your theory?
I have a theory.
A buzz,
A buzz theory.
But you guys know me well. I have a theory that Cosmo was just holding on to this interview, just ready to release it. They're like, he's gonna admit to it. He's gonna do it one day. It's gonna leak. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen. And they release it, and they just knew what they
Wow.
were doing.
The tea with this has been spicy.
Can I name my daughter? Can I name my child after my mistress?
Yeah, I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, it's wild. All the messages coming out and the memes that are being made about this man. I've been cracking up recently because all of TikTok and Instagram is on it with all the memes and everything. I mean, who's crazy enough to tell their mistress that they want to name their child, their unborn child, with their wife
I know.
after
That's
you?
risky.
Yeah,
I know
that's
who's crazy. I know
ridiculous.
who's crazy. Adam Levine. Mhm.
Yeah.
First of all, he ruined Maroon 5, and now he ruined his marriage. What else does he have
Maybe.
left?
I mean,
Honestly, sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no,
just
after you.
so like disappointed because you're married to a Victoria's Secret model,
no
like-
one's safe.
a whole model. Like, hello.
You guys,
Yeah.
our general manager just sent a article in our chat, which is a WMSC article. It's written by a 2016 graduate named Layla, and the headline says, quote, Adam Levine says hot chicks don't like metal. Metal fans respond. First of all,
LOL.
okay, sorry. He must be pressed because the hot girls aren't listening to his music because
Yeah, that part.
okay, first of all, 2000 was it 2001 or 2002 or 2003 that Songs About Jane came out.
I was just about to say Songs About Jane was like their last good album. And
That
I'm
was their
pretty sure
first
it's their
album.
first-
I'm dead. I'm sorry, that just like cracked me up.
It's true though. I mean, This Love was such a banger.
I was singing that in my apartment yesterday, and my roommates are like, "That's in bad taste.
Right?
That's in such bad taste." It was released on June 25th, 2002.
Wow.
I'm older than this album by
20
a
years
few months.
ago?
Don't make me
Wow.
feel old, Nicole.
Wow. Sometimes it's like crazy. It's like, wow, it's 2022.
It is 2022.
It is.
2022. Anyway, Adam Levine is canceled, and I need an apology video right now. right now. Actually, you know what? Okay, for those of you who don't know who Laura Lee is, she said some things in the past, and then she gave this really sad this really pathetic apology. And she's like, I'm so sorry. Well, like she's just wiping her face so dramatically.
Fake
and
tears.
I want Adam Levine to do a Laura Lee apology video.
That would be
Wow.
iconic. I think we need that. I think the fans need that. Like, just for the people and the media.
That'd be such good meme material. Mwah, I chef's kiss. I can't. Anyway, we need to move on because
Okay, so Katy Perry speaks out on why her and Orlando Bloom do not want a full-time nanny for their daughter. According to People News, pop singer Katy Perry explains that she and her fiance Bloom have a part-time nanny, not full-time. Although Katy is constantly working and always busy with her musical career, she wants to always spend time with her daughter Daisy and always goes into mom mode whenever she possibly can. Daisy is now 2 years old and she's starting to say new words, and whenever she says a new word that Katy did not teach her, she says it hurts her as a mother. Katy explains how her and Orlando are on a parenting schedule as they continue their careers while also being there for their daughter. She says she is hopeful about having more children in the future.
I would like to address two things.
Yes.
Her kid is 2 years old
Yeah,
now.
I read that. I was like, wow, like it's been 2 years. That's crazy.
I feel
remember when
old.
she just announced she was like pregnant.
I
Like,
know.
wow.
You mean that wasn't yesterday?
Yeah, like it feels like that yesterday. Like it went by so fast.
Y'all, time is a concept. I swear. I feel like it's 2018 sometimes still. Me and my friends were actually talking about that. We're like, oh, didn't that happen like last year? And then we check and it happened in 2018. Where did the time go?
Where'd all the time go? Also, would like to say that what you said before, Nicole.
What?
Whenever Daisy says a new word that Katy didn't teach her, it says it hurts her as a mother. I'm sorry, your kid's gonna be learning so many words when they go to school.
That's so true.
So I
Like,
wouldn't.
I learned so many words in middle school that my mother
That's-
did not teach me.
So Katy, you better mentally prepare herself and buckle up, Buttercup, because that's
Yes.
that's
It's
gonna.
like the wild ride of like growing up.
And I would,
know?
and I would also like to give my 2 cents in as a observer of the situation. Good for Katy and Orlando Bloom for really wanting to spend time with their daughter, because I feel like a lot of celebrities nowadays don't really, I don't know, have that connection to them.
Like the urge.
Yeah, and I'm
It's like nice to see that like they actually want to be good parents to their children.
they're cute together. Like I'll be 100% honest with you. I think they're really cute together.
Yeah, a cute little couple.
Wasn't Orlando Bloom in Pirates of the Caribbean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're cute.
Oh yeah, they are. I'm just looking them up right now because I've never seen them together.
I haven't either until now. And there's this picture of Orlando holding his little daughter, and she's just like a little nugget. She's adorable. Anyway, you go, girl queen. I heard you
wanna
started.
Continue with the next story, or are we going to break?
Next story.
Okay, next story.
Next story. I read this and I'm like, we have to get to this.
Okay. Olivia Wilde addresses the rumors of Harry Styles spitting on Chris Pine.
Oh,
We talked about this 2 weeks ago, so now we have a confirmation. So, according to People News, Olivia Wilde states that people will look for drama anywhere, and Harry Styles did not spit on Chris Pine. At the Venice International Film Festival for the premiere of Don't Worry Darling, rumors were spread quickly that when Styles was going to sit down, it looked like he spit on Chris Pine. Now we finally get confirmation from Wilde that this was seriously just a rumor and did not actually happen.
okay. It's so funny because that she actually had to had to come out and say,
Yeah.
no, Harry didn't spit on Chris Pine.
People
Also,
really do look for drama. Like
They
they,
really
they
do.
just want something to talk about or gossip.
we are hypocrites.
Yeah.
Nicole, we are hypocrites.
As we are spilling
They
the
want
most
tea.
tea.
It's ooh. Also, our general manager said, quote, Olivia is not a very trusted source.
You
So
know, I
much
was
drama
thinking
around
that.
her film. Also, I just want to know when this movie is coming out because I feel like it's like
Comes out on the same day as Taylor Swift's album.
no.
Mhm.
That's so
Okay.
funny. Thank you, Ben.
I don't know what day that is.
Do you
The
think they did that on
20
purpose because Harry Styles and Taylor Swift dated?
No, not us looking for drama.
That
was crazy.
You guys are
That's
hypocrites. I'm
crazy.
kidding. But
Wow.
it just, I've been hearing about this movie nonstop. I'm sure it's going to be a great movie, X, Y, and Z, whatever. But we just keep talking about it, and I keep thinking it's coming
Yeah.
out soon.
Mhm.
Like, just because there's so much buzz around, there's so much buzz around it. It's just like, oh, like it's coming out. Like, I feel like it's coming out soon, but it's not.
October 21st.
21st.
Mhm.
Got
Have you guys seen the TikToks of like they're like recording Harry Styles like acting, and then they're just like laughing at him.
Really?
Yeah, I feel bad, but at the same time I'm like
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Anyway,
There's
haven't
so
seen
much
that.
drama surrounding it. It's like, when is the
Yeah.
movie coming out? Like, I never even saw the trailer or anything.
let's.
It's an intense trailer. Also,
it?
justice for Florence Pugh, because apparently she was treated terribly on that set, and I love her. So
Hold the
Uh-huh.
phone. I looked up Don't Worry Darling on Google, and it says Don't Worry Darling is being released September 23rd, which is today.
Oh.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he has 2 movies coming out.
He probably
I
does.
think
he
there
does,
is.
yeah.
I don't know what it's called.
Don't worry.
That one might come out on the same day as Taylor Swift's.
Okay.
Honestly, I looked up
Sorry,
Florence
false
Pugh
information.
because she is one of my many crushes. I love her. Movies. Let's look up Harry. Harry, what else? My Policeman. And that
Yeah,
is
I've
that
heard of
is
that.
that's coming out October 21st.
All right, I was completely wrong.
what's wild is
I'm half right.
What's wild?
Ha ha ha.
no, but what's wild is that as I'm looking here, I looked up "Don't Worry, Darling" in Google just to see, like you did, Lara, when it's coming out, and all of it is just talking about the gossip and the drama. It says right here is so much more than Hollywood gossip. Like, it's wild.
Is that the New Yorker headline?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
It is the New Yorker headline.
I love how it's been released a few hours ago, and there's already an article about the ending explained. That's really funny. And apparently Florence Pugh was at MSU last year or the year
Really?
prior. Thank you to our general manager, of course. I love Florence Pugh.
Me too.
She is so beautiful, and we stand Florence Pugh here on the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Thank you, Nicole, for an amazing segment.
Of course.
She's-
Back to you, Lara.
You're my favorite tea spiller.
Oh my gosh,
Like,
yeah.
genuinely, you're my favorite tea spiller.
That's a compliment right there.
You guys, it is chaos hour, or some may say messy hour, because we're messy. We're messy in hour 2. But before we get messy, let's see what we're going to be talking about. We're going to be doing a Reddit segment, but I'm not going to tell you which one. We're going to cover some entertainment stories. We're going to be talking about Johnny Depp's dating life. I know. We're also going to be talking about the brand Patagonia, cocktail sausages, and things that Trump did again. So before we get into any of that news, we have a newscast. Hi, Sam. I'm not going to look at you, I promise.
Okay. So I'm back with the weather for this weekend. So today is a day of sun with a low of 48 degrees and a high of 61. Saturday will be partly cloudy with a low of 46 degrees and a high of 69 degrees. Sunday will be rainy and cloudy with a low of 51 degrees and a high of 70 degrees. The following Monday will be a low of 57 degrees and a high of 73. It's getting colder, as yesterday was the first day of fall, which I'm excited for. But back to you, Lara.
Before we get to sports, I need to know what's going on in the world. Do we have a newscast? I think we do.
We definitely do.
We definitely do. Because I don't know about you, before I get into my sports, gotta know what's going on in the world.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I guess what's going on with the world is basically abortion laws.
Ooh.
As we know, Roe vs. Wade happened very weeks ago, the reversal of it. So many people are literally, I just feel bad for them, because I know a lot of people, even in the news article, according to CNN, they have been fighting for like an abortion. Many people have to travel to like different states, like hours, just to get an abortion. And not to get controversial, but
Mhm.
I there's a lot of people who are like pro-abortion, against it, and like I understand, but some people just have issues with like their babies and they just need to have it, like it's a medical issue.
Yeah, totally. Um, Speaking of more news, I hear there's stuff going on at the Newark airport.
Yep, you are correct.
What's going on, girl? What's going on, girl queen? Read it to me.
So there's supposed to be a new terminal and the replacement of the aging monorail, but it is delayed because the COVID pandemic really hit them hard. So they kind of had to stop construction, and because of that, they had a bunch of supply chain problems and financial pressures just because of the pandemic alone. So because of that, they started way back in 2018, but they were supposed to be completed and finished with this past summer. But now it's supposed to be finished by the end of this year, hopefully. Hopefully it doesn't get pushed back.
Big L to the Newark
Yeah.
airport.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sam. Much appreciated for
Yeah.
news. I just started doing news at the beginning. But speaking of, well, not news, but sports.
Alrighty, thank you.
Sorry,
The topic of the
excited.
show this morning has been spilling tea, as we all know. So we got to spill some sports tea now. So Boston Celtics head coach Imei Udoka suspended for the season after reports came out that he had inappropriate and consensual relationships with a female worker of the team. He was then later suspended for the entire 22-23 season by the Boston Celtics. This is a big blow for the Celtics, and it'll be interesting to look back at how this team adjusts in his absence, and his future with the team remains uncertain. One of the biggest rivalries ever seen in sports, the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees, continued on Thursday night, with Aaron Judge being one home run away from breaking the Yankees' home run record held by Babe Ruth. Every Yankees fan held their breath every time he came up, just waiting for that one crack of the bat. Even though Judge did not hit number 61, he had 3 walks, and the Yankees were able to squeak by in extra innings with a 5-4 win. The rivalry continues tonight, with hopes that Judge can make history in front of his home crowd at Yankee Stadium. The New York Mets had off on Thursday night, but are looking forward to a weekend series in sunny Oakland against the Athletics starting tonight. Now that the Mets clinched at least a wildcard spot, it makes every game from here on out just that more meaningful as they look to secure the division. Now moving over to some football. Thursday night featured the Pittsburgh Steelers visiting the Cleveland Browns. Both teams lost in their games in week 2, so they were both looking back to bounce back last night. The game was close to the first half, with the Steelers holding a narrow 14-13 lead. However, in the second half, it was all Browns, as they outscored the Steelers 17-3 and won by a final score of 29-17. Now looking forward to Sunday and the NFL action then. The New York Jets play their first home game of the season as they host the 0-2 Cincinnati Bengals at MetLife. With Joe Burrow saying that he deleted all of his social media, it'll be interesting to see if him and his squad can turn things around and steal one on the road. 2 of the greatest quarterbacks of all time face off as Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers visit Tom Brady and the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Now on to some Montclair State sports. The women's soccer team, was victorious with a 1-0 win on Thursday. Eileen Cahill was the lone scorer for Montclair, her 4th of the season. The women's soccer team moves to 7-0 after this win. Go Montclair. The women's volleyball team fell short against Rowan University, losing by a score of 1-3, but they're next in action on Tuesday at Stockton University. Now to finish things off, we have some UFC news and some UFC history, actually. The UFC signed their youngest fighter ever, Raul Rojas Jr., who was only 17 years old. Junior in high school. Crazy. Back to you, Lara.
A junior?
That's where the age matches up to, right?
That is very true, actually. Thank you for sports.
Absolutely.
Love me some sports. Anyway, it is time for our Reddit segment that I teased before. This time we are doing the time I messed up.
Yay.
Disclaimer, these are not our personal stories. These are questions, situations, and all these things from users on Reddit. Now, let's kick us off with the time I messed up for taking down my school security system. I'm currently in my geometry class typing this story after being in the office all of lunch. I, 15 male, saw a piece of paper taped on what I thought was a security camera, and being 6'3", I decided I would help my janitor out by jumping and grabbing it for him. After not getting it the first day, I decided I would do it every day during period changes. My entire class, who has to go down the same hallway, would cheer me on to try to get it. Well, today, for some reason, I was really hyped up and I fully sprinted and got the piece of paper in between my index finger and my thumb. And I also took down the camera with it. After I got it off the ceiling, I put it down to go tell my favorite security guard because I was definitely seen and a snitch took the camera. After me and the guard got the camera from the snitch and walked to the office, I find out that the camera has a motion sensor that is close to $1,000 to repair. But what I also found out is that the security system is like Christmas lights, meaning that one goes down in the building, they all go down. Let me say that my school is separated into 5 huge buildings, and the Performing Arts Center is the biggest one, and that was the one I took down, of course. After all is said and done, and my vice principal said that I was funny while telling the story and I didn't have to be suspended. So how badly did this guy mess up?
I mean, it was like a little mistake. I don't think he really knew he was going to take down the entire school security system when he jumped up and grabbed it. So, I mean, I think he was just trying to, have fun, and everyone was hyping him up. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to grab it. So I don't think he was wrong for it.
I want to know if he has to pay the fine. Do you guys think he has to pay the fine? Because I don't think he does.
I don't think so,
wouldn't
especially
think
because he
so.
didn't get suspended. So
Yeah, if he got suspended, I
possibly.
think he would have probably paid for it. I don't know, man. Plus, a performing arts center, that's fancy. I don't know why. I feel like he went to like one of those fancy schools, like schools that specialize in certain things. I went to one of those.
All
Not
right.
Wait, who else did?
Me.
Nicole?
Yeah.
Grab that mic, girl queen. Tell me about
In
it.
Staten Island, there's one school with a performing arts center. Like it's a whole building, and I went there.
What did you go for?
I went for theater.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
No shade.
I was a theater girl. I still am, but like
No
yes,
shade.
No theater. We love theater.
Do we? No, I'm just kidding.
But yeah, it can be a little toxic and
A
like
little?
at times, but fighting for the role. But it's
Fighting
fun.
for-
I learned a lot,
That's
and
good.
here we are.
What was your favorite role that you were in?
Okay, I would have to say senior year. I mean, I didn't get good roles there. Like I really didn't.
Ooh, tea.
But yeah, but I did play a silly girl in Beauty and the Beast senior year. It was interesting.
You're super silly.
Yeah,
Were you-
I was super silly.
you silly goofy?
Yes, I was in a silly goofy mood the whole time.
I was hoping you were gonna say that.
Yes. And yeah, like I kind of just like flirted with Gaston on stage. and-
Oh, though that.
yeah.
Was
Mhm.
Wait, did you have to like in the movie one of them wears pink, green, and yellow?
I wore pink.
Period.
Yes.
I don't know why I associated pink with the main girl, even though they were all the same.
Yeah.
I don't know.
mhm.
I just feel like pink was like, I'm that girl.
Yeah, because I was silly girl number 1.
Period.
I was so cool.
Okay.
Period.
Yeah,
I in 7th grade I was Oompa Loompa number 4, but then I got bumped up to Oompa
We-
Loompa number 3.
oh yes, the
Wow.
upgrade. We
Mm.
love that.
Do we?
I was
First-
a Wickersham and Susical
Really?
musical.
A what?
A Wickersham.
What is that?
You guys have never seen Susan?
No, I don't know Susical at all.
Susical. Susical rubs me the wrong way.
No, I mean, yeah, but like it was really fun to be a part of. A Wickersham was one of the monkeys. We were the people that took the Who's from Horton.
Oh,
I had a couple
Interesting.
lines, so
Yeah,
not to flex. I had a
Shining
couple
star.
lines, it's whatever.
Okay, period.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been on that stage, but I had a couple lines.
To bring it
yes.
back to the story, I think no, it's gonna make sense, I promise. I think this guy was definitely a theater kid.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, he seems like
And
it.
he was the guy that all the girls had a crush on because he was a straight guy in theater and
The
he's
it
tall.
guy, the it boy.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
was the it boy in theater. There's
Wait.
always an it boy in theater.
Oh yeah, but they always
Yeah.
let it get to their head.
Yeah,
and then they
that
are
they
the
become
it boy.
yeah, then they
Mhm.
become like stuck up and they're like
I'm getting an ick thinking about it.
Yeah.
I think he wouldn't become that kind of a guy, but he would be, I feel like he'd come across as that because he's funny, he's tall, don't know if he's cute or not, but
I mean,
probably
he
the
got
girls
he
think-
got out of suspension by telling the story in a funny way. So
Yeah,
very
he's
charismatic, yeah.
medical. So
Mhm,
very
Mhm.
charismatic.
mhm.
So, time to decide how big is the mess up. I think it's small.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah.
say that too.
Reddit also agrees with us that it is small. Cool.
Nice.
Anyway, this one, Amanda, I saw this one and I went, I have to give this one to you. I don't know why.
Amazing. So the time I messed up by feeding my boyfriend the wrong spaghetti. All right. I, 24 female, and my boyfriend, 26 male, have been together for 4 years and have been living together for 6 months. We met in university when he was studying abroad here in the US from Italy. Okay. All right. The title now makes sense. He ended up staying and got a job when he graduated. Sometimes I feel that he stayed in the US because of me, but I know that he tends to miss his family, especially his known as home cooked meals. I wanted to cook him some dinner last night because he had a long day. I asked him what he wanted, and he said La Carbonara, which uses spaghetti or fettuccine. We only have spaghetti in the house. I didn't think it would matter, so I just made it anyway. He sat down for dinner and looked down at his plate and got furious. He said making it with spaghetti isn't right because his Nona makes it with fettuccine. He then told me that I'll never be as good as her and that he should move back to Italy. It's safe to say I had to sleep on the couch that night. What do I do?
Get yourself a new man.
Right?
Over one plate of spaghetti.
Yeah, that's a little harsh, I'd say.
Honestly, but I feel like the problem was being built up because she felt that he stayed for her.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I do feel bad for her. I mean, she tried to do something nice and make him something from his country, like make him a
Yeah.
dinner that he loves, and he was furious. So I mean, I understand because it's not like his, traditional home cooked Nona dinners, but I mean, he didn't have to yell at her and make
had
her
good
sleep on the
intentions.
couch.
I feel so bad. I'm like, okay. The thing with the mess up, I feel like it was a small mess up, but he definitely got
Overreacted.
yeah.
Took it a little too far.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a noodle. Like, are you kidding me? It's literally a noodle.
She's never gonna eat spaghetti again.
No.
Back to
Oh yeah, she's traumatized now.
She's never gonna eat spaghetti or fettuccine. It's just gonna be penne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, the little curly ones. Oh, the bow tie.
Oh, those are good.
I love how we're all like, those are so good. When it's literally pasta, it all tastes the same. I don't know why bow
The
ties.
shape makes it taste different.
Yeah, the shape just makes it.
Yeah.
That is so true. This is so off topic, but I need to ask because this is the most pressing question in my life. It's so important. Do you guys eat mac and cheese with a fork or a spoon?
A fork.
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 Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Because everyone I ask always says spoon. And
How
I'm
do
like,
you pick it up? Like you just scoop it?
also, depending on noodles, I know that there's some factors, but it's like a fork.
I think she should have gave him a spoon instead of a fork to eat
For
it.
spaghetti.
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 Depends on my mood. I'll sometimes have a spoon with a spoon. Depends on the bowl.
No.
If it's like in a bowl.
Oh, it's a
if it's in a
fork.
bowl, you can just scoop it out and eat it.
And how hungry
You're
you are,
canceled.
if you want to like shovel it
Absolutely.
down.
Yeah.
Ben, you're going in timeout. You're canceled.
All right.
I'm just kidding. Kind of. No kidding. I'm kidding. But I don't understand the spoon. I like to just like stab it.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And like when you have a
get
little
more,
No, you're good.
you
You're
get
good.
more on the spoon though.
true,
So you get more per bite.
just depending on the noodle, because the craft noodles are perfect for like the prongs of the fork, and I like always putting them in it.
Yeah, I do that too.
The Cracker Barrel mac and cheese is to die for. That
Yeah.
is
I've
my.
never
I've only
tried
had their
that.
breakfast.
Mm.
Really?
I've never had like the lunch or anything.
They make it like they sell it like in like the food store, and
Mhm.
it's just a box. It says Cracker Barrel on it, and I get the Havarti cheese one, and it is so good. I love mac and cheese, but
Me
mac and
too.
cheese don't like me. I heart being lactose intolerant. Just kidding. Anyway, I think it was a small mess up that developed into a bigger issue. And advice, I would get myself a new man or
Yeah.
woman. Get new person.
Yeah. Well, Reddit agreed with you.
Yeah.
It's better.
I agree.
Small mess up.
I agree with that statement. And we are going to go on a little short break to let all that marinate in our brain. We'll be right back.
You're listening to 90.
Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz. Okay, so Cam Martin is currently being a gremlin in our Morning Buzz chat on Discord, and he added Ben and asked what he did. And what did he do, you ask? He eats his mac and cheese with a spoon, you heathen. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. Mac and cheese with a spoon is not the right answer. I'm just kidding. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. It's chaos hour, so I can play all the sound effects.
Oh yes.
Where is it? My brain no worky. I made a sound effects page just for myself. Just kidding. That's the wrong one.
That's my opinion!
Yeah. That is my opinion. And I was gonna say, you know what else is my opinion? Johnny Depp's dating life, but it's really not my opinion. Johnny Depp is dating somebody. Crazy. And it's not Amber Heard, if you were wondering.
Definitely not.
That's so... According to TMZ, it turns out Johnny Depp is indeed dating one of his lawyers in his defamation case, but it's not Camila Vasquez. Johnny is dating an attorney named Joel Rich, who repped him in the UK trial that he lost. That's so sassy. Yeah, that trial, he lost that, but it's okay because he's dating her now. Apparently, Johnny didn't hold that defeat against her because TMZ has confirmed they are indeed together. Rich is married, but now in the process of getting a divorce. She and her soon-to-be ex-husband share 2 kids. Rich was not a part of the Virginia team trial that beat Amber Heard, but she was present in court for support. That's so cute.
Supporting her bae.
Support hashtag supporting Bay. I don't know why. I feel like I don't know how old she is, but I'm gonna do some research to see how old she is because I just feel like she's a millennial. I just feel like she's a chuggy standard hashtag millennial.
I'm gonna guess an age. She's 43.
37.
Oh, I mean, I was close, kind of.
Time to do some math, you guys.
How old is Johnny Depp?
Great question. How old? I love doing research here in the Morning Buzz.
Yeah, we're getting this research live.
59.
22-year
Wow.
difference.
That was quick math. Okay, work.
No, I just looked up how old is Johnny Depp and he's 59. But to be exact, it is a 22-year age difference.
Yeah.
Listen, I am in no position to judge anybody because if that's what you want to do and that's who you want to date, cool, good for you. That's a little, but my opinion, it's a little.
I mean, have you guys heard about the Leonardo DiCaprio only dating girls under 25?
Amanda, I swear to God, you read my mind. Yeah. I was just thinking about that. Amanda, it's only 2 years until Leonardo DiCaprio would consider dating you.
Yeah.
Wait, 3 years. Like
22. Yeah. Well,
No, that's
consider
when he
not
stops.
dating me. So I'm in the prime time right now. Like this is the time for Leonardo DiCaprio to date me.
225.
Yeah,
Gotta
3
go.
years.
What's her face? Joelle Rich was born in 1985, so she is indeed a millennial.
Okay, word.
Period. Love our millennial friends.
She's on Facebook doing the trial and like
You're done.
tweeting about her cat and
She's on tweeting about her cat and sipping some wine because it's hashtag wine o'clock.
yeah, millennial. She was on BuzzFeed after the trial doing which Johnny Depp movie are you from or something, like a quiz.
Which Johnny Depp character are you?
Yeah, right.
Embarrassing. I don't know why. Whenever I think about millennials, I just love roasting millennials.
Because they're the easiest to roast, I feel like.
Because
yeah,
I don't feel like roasting Gen X. I don't feel like roasting my parents because to a certain extent, they're kind of cool.
yeah,
Like they're like Gen X, I feel like they're kind of forgotten in a way, but they're just vibing. They're just like, okay, I'm here. Cool.
I mean, they lived through like the 70s and the 80s, so like
And the 90s.
and the 90s.
So that prime time of music, that's why I really just they experience like the best music in my
I
opinion.
know.
But then you have the millennial.
The millennials just I don't know, like the memes like making fun of millennials on TikTok crack me up because it is so accurate.
I know. It's the skinny jeans for me. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, I worked at a salon, European Wax Center, for a year. I was a receptionist,
Oh,
and a bunch of the
really?
wax. Yeah, not Nicole. Was that shade, Nicole? Okay.
Imagine that.
Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking either. But anyway, a bunch of the waxers were millennials, and one of them would honestly like make fun of me because I always said it's the blank for me. I don't know if they were making fun of me, but you know what? I don't really care because I find it hilarious.
I have a question.
They're trying to fit in.
How many fake laughs did you have to do
Too many.
there? Like I could just
Too many.
imagine like them saying these millennial humor jokes. I would just be like, ha ha ha.
Too many.
Yeah.
Some of them were fine, but just a few of them were like, where is your humor from?
Yeah, right.
And oh my god, no, the one specifically that always said, it's the blank for me. Like you're trying so hard to be my friend. Like you're not. You have 2 whole children and you are married. And I know darn well you say it's wine o'clock.
Oh, and she definitely says doggo and pupper and small bean.
Not small bean, because I feel like that's definitely 2014 Tumblr core.
Oh, I mean, of course, if you're a 21 Pilots fan, they were your small beans.
I'm flashbacks, embarrassing
But
flashbacks.
definitely doggo and pupper. Like,
Oh my gosh, you guys, I love my doggo. I feel actually, you know what? There's a few types of millennials. There are the ones that are married with children, and then there are the single, childrenless pet owners.
yes, like a bunch of cats or dogs.
Or dogs, yeah.
The puppers.
My puppers, my doggo.
And we're not even making this up, people. I mean, for the people listening that are confused, this is real life stuff. I mean, they actually say this, doggo
It's-
pupper.
It's very true. Like, I've seen it on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I feel like Joelle Rich, I feel like she was a little bit cooler than that, but I don't want to give her too much credit.
I mean, when does millennial time start? Like, what year is that?
1981.
Okay, so she's just into like the millennial age, like 1985. So she might be like chill. She might be cool.
Yeah.
Well, good for them, I guess.
Period. You know what? Have fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, we have more news.
That we do. So Margot Robbie was mortified by the Barbie set photo leaks. Hundreds of people started showing up to set. Let's talk about it. So over the summer, you couldn't log onto social media without seeing photos of Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling in neon spandex for the upcoming Barbie movie. The leaked set photos, captured by dozens of paparazzi in Los Angeles, broke the internet for a couple weeks. Robbie called the photo leaks mortifying during a recent interview with Jimmy Fallon on The Tonight Show. Robbie said when Fallon showed a Barbie set photo to viewers, quote, "I can't tell you how mortified we were. By the way, we look like we're like laughing and having fun, but we're dying on the inside, dying. I was like, this is the most humiliating moment of my life." She said she didn't expect the photos to get as much attention as they did. Barbie stars Robbie in the title role opposite Ryan Gosling as Ken. Warner Bros. Continues to keep the film's plot details under wraps, although the rumor is that the story includes several different iterations of Barbie and Ken dolls. The supporting cast includes America Ferrera, Simu Liu, Kate McKinnon, Alexandra Shipp, Emma McKay, Kingsley Ben-Adir, Issa Rae, Michael Cera, and more. Are you excited about that, Lara?
Emma Mackey. I love Emma Mackey. Like, I love that woman so much, but I also love Michael Cera. This is a killer cast.
I know, that's why I thought right when I saw Michael Cera, I was like, I know Lara's so excited.
For those of you who don't know, so probably most of you, my favorite movie is Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. And who is in that, you ask? Michael Cera. Michael Cera always plays those awkward, weird characters, and I live for it.
Yeah, him and Andy Samberg are like those like iconic, awkward guy actors.
I love my nerdy, awkward actors.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. It's just I think I have a type or something, but I don't know. I love them. They're just, at the same time, I have to think like, oh, I'm pretty cool. Like, no, I'm also weird. So
right.
I think the weird just kind of bounces off each other and just creates more weird, and I kind of love it.
Did any of you guys see the photos when they were leaked?
I
did.
didn't.
Oh, you didn't, or you did?
I did not.
I didn't.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if I saw them.
Really? I saw them. I remember they were like in their little outfits. They were riding bikes together too.
So
That was
cute.
a huge one.
Yeah, I
She's a
saw
Barbie
them
girl.
and I couldn't tell if she was like mortified like at all, because she was like laughing and stuff.
she's
like,
such
smiling.
she Margot Robbie is such a beautiful woman. I am in love with Margot Robbie.
How do you guys feel about Ryan Gosling being Ken? I know there was a lot of buzz about it. That a lot of people were upset because they think he's too old to be Ken.
No.
I think he's a good Ken.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Look at that fine man. You can't look at me and say he's not a good Ken. He's killing it.
yeah, I
You
feel like
go.
they were both
It's a good
like,
duo.
yeah, it was a good casting for both of them.
I agree. And in one of the photos, they're both wearing a matching like workout set, and Margot has a cute little multicolored visor to match the leotard and big yellow hoops, and Ryan Gosling also has a matching visor, little puffy vest, and a hot pink shirt underneath. And I think they're killing it. I
Yeah.
really do.
I'm excited to see it when it comes out. I actually don't know when it's coming out.
It's 2023.
Oh wow.
Not sure exactly.
Time to do research. Okay, so according to IndieWire.com, it is being released July 21st, 2023. So I'm going to be on the lookout. So that's really
It's interesting
exciting.
to see what they do with the Barbie movie.
I know. I think it's gonna be. Have you guys seen in the Disney movie Enchanted?
Yes.
Yeah. So that I feel like it's gonna be that whole concept. And for those of you who
Oh, I
don't
didn't
know,
see that.
yeah, for those of you who don't know, it's about a princess who lives in a fairy tale world, and then she falls into a well and is sent to New York City in the real world. So I really think it's gonna be something like that. And as someone who actually really likes Barbie, who liked Barbie growing up, who still watches Barbie movies, by the way, Princess and the Pauper is the
Yep.
best one, and I don't want to hear any criticism. But I'm really excited. And with that being said, love my little transition word. We're going to be taking a little short break. And REM, the band REM. Ooh, okay. So REM, one of their music videos hit 1 billion views on YouTube, which is actually insane to me.
Absurd.
And oh my goodness, you know when your brain stops working. That
All
my
the
brain
time.
my brain stops working. Oh, I'll tell you what the song is. It's Losing My Religion. So please enjoy. Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz here on WMSC Upper Montclair. It is currently 8:37 a.m. and you know what that means. And if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to tell you. It is time for weird news, or as I like to personally call them, quirky, not like the other girl stories. So you guys know the brand Patagonia. I think I'm pronouncing it correctly. I
Yes.
hope I am.
Mhm.
Amazing. So the founder gives away the company to help fight climate crisis. And this isn't really weird news. This is like great news. So, woo, helping the earth. Yvon Chouinard, the billionaire founder of the outdoor apparel brand Patagonia, said he is giving away the company to a trust that will use its profit to fight the climate crisis. According to Yahoo Finance, instead of selling the company or taking it public, Yvon, who became the famous for alpine climbs in Yosemite National Park, is transferring his family ownership of the company to a trust and non-profit organization. Their website says, quote, instead of extracting value from nature and transforming it into wealth for investors, we'll use the wealth Patagonia creates to protect the source of all wealth. Patagonia will continue to operate as a private for-profit corporation, but the family, which controlled the company until last month, will no longer own the company. This is some news that we need, to be honest, because we hear so much negative news in a way, and to hear that people are doing good in this world really just balances it out.
For sure. It's a really nice thing. I mean, I think Patagonia is a huge brand and his family's already made so much money. So at this point, he's probably just thinking, like, I already made so much money from this brand. Might as well just start donating it for climate crises. And I think that's really nice. I like that.
So personally, for me, I have like 3 or 4 different aesthetics that I like to dress as. One of them hasn't really been nurtured as much, and that's Granola Girl. So I think Lara needs to pick up some merch.
Lara, you and me are always on the same wavelength because I'm the same person and everyone makes fun of me. They're always like, girl,
No.
pick an aesthetic. You're always dressing like something different. You always like try to fit at a different vibe, but it's like, you know what? I have different vibes for how I'm feeling. Like sometimes I'm like a little nature girl. I want to be outside. Exactly. Every day's a new me. Sometimes I'm like a little emo girl. Like,
Did Machine Gun Kelly fall in love with you?
Yeah.
Because he fell in love with me. It's me. I'm the emo girl.
Yeah, so every day is just like a new vibe. So I definitely feel that. But Patagonia, I love all of their stuff. It's just too expensive for me to afford. So I like to get their things from thrift stores.
Amanda, I would love to go thrifting one of these days.
We have to.
Wait. Not to like, no calls to action or anything like that. Morning Buzz field trip to the thrift store.
Yes, of me.
That'd be so fun.
That would be fun.
That'd be very fun. But today I'm feeling I am the emo girl, and Amanda, we're gonna explain our fits today. And if you guys want to, the rest of my wonderful cast want to explain their fit check.
Fit check.
Today I am wearing some black yoga pants with some Doc Martens, a black mock neck, and my My Chemical Romance tour t-shirt on. So saw My Chem on Tuesday, and I'm just, my soul is healed. My little emo girl is healed on the inside.
I am wearing, so me and Lara did not plan this, by the way. We both just happened to wear like emo band shirts. So I am wearing my Pierce the Veil t-shirt. I have bootcut jeans, and I have red Converse to show the people on Facebook.
Period.
I have red Converse to match the shirt. I also saw Pierce the Veil a couple weeks ago. Fantastic experience. So we're really repping the emo bands today.
We're all saying our fits. I got a Hollister shirt on, got some Tommy Hilfiger pants. Not as flexible, but we got some very dirty Vans, but we're rocking it. Gotta be confident with what you wear.
Period.
Okay.
All right, so I'm wearing a sweatshirt. It says 6 on it from Broadway.
Theater
kid.
Okay,
in
theater
there.
kid.
I have American Eagle jeans and Nike shoes that I just bought in August, and they're already getting dirty.
Period.
Ooh,
So,
the
yeah.
first ones.
Yay.
I'm wearing just regular, literally simple black jeans, some white slip-ons, which I won't be raising my leg because I'm too lazy for that. And just a basic like sweater. That's it.
Perfect for fall.
We're comfy here.
I love
Yeah, to be warm.
Love how we are each just having a different vibe. I'm living for it. And back to Patagonia.
That was so off.
That was so off topic. Good for Patagonia. Anyway, we teased some cocktail sausages before, so Amanda, please tell us about those.
Yeah, let's talk about it. So,
Oh.
a Michigan couple recently celebrated their big day with a slew of tasty little snacks. Casey Bailey reached out to a packaged meat brand, Hillshire Farm, to explain that she and her fiance Mike were massive fans of the brand's Little Smokies. Little Smokies, so much so that the couple had celebrated some of their biggest occasions with the popular cocktail sausages, and their wedding day would be no different. According to Bailey, the couple planned to serve them as an appetizer at their wedding. Hillshire Farm had caught word of the couple's love for the snack and sent representatives from the company to arrive at the reception with a custom 4-tiered cocktail sausage cake. Hillshire Farm also provided that the happy couple with a year's supply of Little Smokies to enjoy throughout their first year of marriage. The note read, quote, "We didn't see it on the registry, but we hope you like it."
There's a reason why I put the story in here. And if you could get a cake made out of anything, what would it be? Mine might be Chick-fil-A nuggets, to be honest.
Ooh.
That's good.
Wow. This is like,
Actually, it would be mac and cheese, so you could eat it with a fork. Wait, another controversial topic. Do you guys eat cake with a spoon or a fork?
Fork.
Fork.
oh, fork,
Okay.
100%. I
Okay.
mean,
How do you cake? That's like so weird. I hate spoons. I like forks in general. Like
Nicole, do you eat your soup with a fork then?
Oh no.
That's what I
see?
thought. I'm just kidding.
Person.
I'm a huge soup girl. So then you have to start using sporks because it's the best of both worlds.
Like Hannah Montana.
Best of both worlds, yeah. But the cake. Back to the cake.
Back to cake.
I like where you went with the chicken nuggets. I could imagine just like a 4-tier level cake of Wendy's French fries.
Yes. Okay.
I love Wendy's French fries. Definitely the best out of all the fast food
don't-
French fries. You know, I just got tired of McDonald's because, you know, it's the only thing I have by my house. So, you know, I get tired of it. But Wendy's, they're killing it. So I would have Wendy's.
The baconator fries or like
I never had those.
They have different fries? What?
Wait.
The bacon, the cheese.
They do?
Everything on it. Yeah.
Tried it.
Wow. Okay, so I just learned something new. I only ever have the normal fries, so probably normal fries, but
okay.
baconator fries?
That sounds delicious.
Those are so good.
And they give them to you like I think like in a
Taste.
plate, and it's like cheese, bacon,
Ooh.
fries.
Oh, okay.
Try it.
Can't go wrong.
Potatoes. A cake of potatoes would be great.
Yeah, I love potatoes.
Carbs?
Yeah, carbs in general are just great.
We love carbs.
I want a bread cake. I want a sourdough bread cake that's warmed and it's buttered.
I would eat that.
Oh,
I
yeah.
changed my answer and I can't believe I didn't say it earlier. So if anyone's listening that knows me, you're going to understand why I'm so upset. I would have a cheesecake. Oh,
Okay.
wait, not cheesecake, like cheese as in actual cheeses. Like, I'm like cheesecake. Everyone's like, what? I'm like, no, like cheese as in Munster cheese, pepper jack.
So what I'm hearing is layered charcuterie board.
Yes, I love cheeses. I'm sorry, I'm getting way too excited.
No,
right
please.
now, but
I'm living for the
Love the
excitement.
excitement.
I am just a cheese fan. Any kind of cheese layered up to be a 4-tier cake, sign me up.
Would you have some fruit on it too? And crackers?
Oh, yeah. See, like so fancy and nice. I would love that. Yeah, that's the cake I'm going with. Does anyone else have a cake?
Right? I know. It's like hard to think of something on the
I don't know.
spot.
I don't have like a main favorite food. Like I don't have that.
Yeah.
Think of
like-
things you enjoy.
Like your go-to snack? Because mine is definitely cheese. That's why I had to change my answer. I'm trying to think. Like,
Right? A giant.
I think too.
Like
Mm.
Rice Krispie treats.
ooh,
That would be it.
Yes, like the chocolate covered Rice Krispie treats are so good.
yeah. Well, that would
Mm.
just be good because it's like
It's like-
already a dessert.
Yeah,
It's like
put it in cake form.
the meal is like
I know it's hard to think of
I'm
something.
not like a Like a.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I got it.
It's dessert more.
I have a cake. Wow, a cake, a layered cake,
What?
just a cake.
Oh,
I was just a cake.
Yeah,
just the cake.
Just
I
the
mean,
just the cake. Or you know those millennials at their weddings, they have cupcakes as like a stacked cupcake tower
or
as
like
the
cake
cake.
pops.
No,
Yeah.
no.
don't like cake pops.
Ooh, I love controversy.
Yeah, I love
Explain.
controversy.
I don't like cake pops. Like,
Why?
it's just okay. Wait, there's a family story about that.
OT.
Basically, like one of my mom's cousins is a baker,
Mm.
and I don't even should I be saying this on air?
Probably not. Now that you
Probably
said
not.
that.
Anyways, but I don't like cake pops.
Okay. Period.
Yeah.
Okay. Period. Because I know like they're too moist for some people because they're with
like,
icing.
They're like crumbly.
I mean, I love Starbucks cake pops, but here's my thing with here's my thing with cake pops. I cannot, this might just be a me thing because I'm weird, but I cannot watch cake pops be made because
Yeah.
the people's fingerprints get on the cake pop and like they have to make it together and like all like moist and
Yeah, that
stuff
would
with
just
their
suck,
hands.
yeah.
And I just knowing that I'm like, ooh, I don't want to eat this because you were just putting your hands all over it. But the Starbucks
Grubby
ones,
little fingers.
yeah, they're grubby fingers.
My
But the Starbucks
sister
ones are good.
my sister's like obsessed with the Starbucks cake pops.
Really?
They're good. I
I don't know,
personally,
I should probably try Starbucks cake pops, but I never did.
personally, I like the Starbucks cake pops, the birthday cake one, but
Yeah.
I prefer a warmed chocolate chip cookie from
Oh
Starbucks.
yeah, those are
Mhm.
good.
I agree. Anyway,
Their brownies are good too.
I'm getting
warm.
skeeved out by the cake pop.
Right.
Like making. So we're gonna move on to an Italian politician demands that there should be a ban on a Peppa Pig episode. A senior member of a far-right Italian political party appealed to state broadcaster Rai to not screen an episode of Peppa Pig. Guys, what did Peppa do? Peppa. Peppa. For those of you who don't know, that's a meme far back from TikTok because Peppa was, what was she in? Peppa, what are you doing in my chocolate? And there was a Peppa.
the Kinder Egg.
Yeah, there's a Peppa in the Kinder Egg. Anyway, turns out it's over the inclusion of a same-sex couple in its cast of characters. The episode, called Families, was shown for the first time in the UK last week and features two co-parenting lesbian polar bears. A character named Penny announces, quote, I have to do it. Do I have to do it in the British accent?
Yes.
I live with me mummy and my other mummy. One mummy is a doctor and one mummy cooks spaghetti. For those of you who don't know, Peppa is British. The family then sit down for a meal together. Federico Malacone, the Brothers of Italy cultural spokesperson, said broadcasting the episode in Italy would be unacceptable, and Brothers of Italy is the right-wing party in Italy. He told La Stampa, a daily Italian newspaper, quote, "We cannot accept gender indoctrination. Once again, the politically correct has struck, and the expense of our children. Can't children just be children?" It was the first time an LGBTQ plus couple has been featured in the 18-year history of Peppa Pig. The move followed an online petition demanding Peppa Pig include a same-sex couple. It is unclear when the episode will be shown in Italy, but the Conservative Party, whose leader is Giorgia Meloni, is poised to become the next prime minister and is against same-sex marriage and parenting. Her party also contributed to preventing an anti-homophobia law drafted by a gay Democratic Party politician. Why can't we just let the polar bears be polar bears? Why can't we just let people be people?
I mean, the one thing that I saw in this article was, quote, why can't children just be children? I mean, there are children who have two dads or two moms. So, I mean, for those children, they don't get that representation in a children's show. So I think it's nice that Peppa Pig did that.
I'm going to bring it back.
Yeah.
I'm going to bring it back to the Ariel thing where
Oh,
Ariel
yeah.
in the live action is being played by a Black woman and little girls can finally look at the screen and go, oh my gosh, she looks like me. Finally having representation, and people are taking that away, and they're like, no, like Ariel shouldn't be blah 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 blah. Just let little girls be represented.
Yeah, I mean, she's also a mermaid, so why does it matter? I mean,
She lives in a pineapple under. Oh wait, that's SpongeBob. Regardless, she lives in the ocean. She's a mermaid. First of all, these are polar bears. They're like,
exactly. It's supposed to have representation for people. And
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I mean, I don't know if any of you have ever watched The Loud House. That's a kids television show on
No, I never did.
Nickelodeon.
I've heard of it. Never
Yeah.
watched it.
My dad loves to watch it actually. So every time I come home, he's always watching it. But there's actually a two dads, I'm pretty sure. I think the one kid
Mhm.
has two dads. And I mean, that's like one of the first Nickelodeon shows I've ever seen to like have representation like that.
Yeah,
Good
I
to
know.
see more of that.
Yeah.
agree.
Do you know what's the show? I think it's Andy Mack. I
Yeah.
think she has two moms. I haven't. That no, she doesn't. No, I'm thinking of something different show. Never mind.
Oh, Andy Mack
No, yeah, that
was the Disney
no.
show
Yes.
that
no, nothing. No.
I think the mom had the
Oh.
daughter young, and then
Yes.
they
Oh,
grew up
wait.
as
Remember who
sisters.
she's talking about? It was High School Musical, the musical, the series.
Oh,
Olivia Rodrigo's character,
Oh,
Nene,
yeah.
has two moms.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Love to last.
It's like cool to see, like she's representing everything,
Why can't this needs to be a norm, and I'm glad we are talking about it, but people are just not happy with representation because it's not right in their mind. But how does this affect you in any way, shape, or form? Does it? It
That
really
part.
doesn't. They're polar bears. Are you kidding me? They're literally polar bears. Let them love. Let them love. Let them raise their kiddo, their polar bear child.
Oh,
It's bigger than that, though.
he's so cute. I just looked up the
Aw.
family and they're adorable. Like, how could you ban that? They're so happy. They're just,
on that.
no, they're just little polar bears
They're sitting there and they're eating spaghetti with forks.
with forks. Not fettuccine, spaghetti with forks.
That's so cute. They're just sitting at the dinner table enjoying a meal together. And you're gonna hate on that, and you're gonna want to take, and you're not gonna want to broadcast that. No, I'm so upset that we need to move on.
Well,
We-
you are definitely not going to be happy about our next story, but let's talk about it. So Donald Trump, again, is back at Mar-a-Lago and raging about FBI agents not taking off their shoes while searching
Oh my.
in his
God.
bedroom. I mean, what do we expect at this point? Let's find out more. So, former President Donald Trump took to Truth Social to fume about the FBI's raid of Mar-a-Lago, accusing agents of not taking off their shoes when searching his bedroom. According to Yahoo News, Trump announced earlier on Sunday that he would soon be heading to Mar-a-Lago. He wrote that he wanted to see the quote, the unnecessary ransacking of rooms and other areas of the house, and added that he felt totally violated. Several hours later, Trump said he arrived at his Florida residence and had a long and detailed chance to look around the property. He claimed in his post that the FBI's lawful search of his property was a violation of his Fourth Amendment rights, while laminating that his home would never be the same. Lamenting. I said laminating because I'm reading, so I meant to say lamenting. Anyway, Trump wrote on Truth Social, quote, "It was ransacked and in far different condition than the way I left. Many agents, and they didn't even take off their shoes in my bedroom. Nice." This is not the first time Trump has expressed anger at the FBI agents who searched through his personal items. In August, Trump accused investigators of leaving former First Lady Melania Trump's closet in a mess after the search. He also claimed that the investigators searched his son's Barron's room.
Wait, did the FBI find Barron? They finally found him 2 years later. No, I'm totally kidding. Barron is existing. Okay, what's really funny is that it's the shoes for me. And if you're a Trump supporter, cool, fine, dandy, and whatever. But he's mad because the FBI didn't take their shoes off.
Can
Like
you imagine?
OCD.
Okay. It's the FBI. They're not guests in your house.
Yeah.
No, but can you imagine them getting to the front door and Trump's like, "Oh yeah, actually, could you just take off your shoes really quick while you walk up?"
You need to take off my shoes. Stanley Steamer just came and steamed the carpet.
The thing about the article, it says that not like he was just a little mad. He was raging, which I can only picture what that even means.
I can't believe Sleepy Joe didn't train the FBI to take off their shoes and to have manners. Hey, I'll stop. I'm sorry. I'll stop.
Trump impression
I-
getting
I-
better and better.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thing.
I love the love here, but Question: do you guys, depending on who you go to, whose house, whatever, do you guys take off your shoes?
It depends on
Yes.
whose house. But
Yeah.
yes.
In
Okay.
my house, we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I was gonna say something that people are gonna totally think I'm weird for. So I might not say it, but that's fine. I don't mind saying it on air. But yesterday I went back to my apartment and I was so lazy. I was so tired. I knew I had the buzz early in the morning and I laid on my bed, but I kept my shoes on, but I kind of let them like dangle off the side a little bit, but it was getting kind of uncomfortable. So I just put my feet on my bed. So my sneakers were at the edge of my bed. And I know that probably sounds like disgusting to some people. Like Trump would be terrified, but I was so tired and I guess I just don't really care. But at other people's houses, I would never do that. Like I would take my shoes off, but
You're half canceled.
yeah, I'm only half canceled because at other people's houses, I would take
Ooh.
my shoes off.
Do you sleep in jeans?
No, but like jean naps after class, I just sometimes I'm so tired. I'm like, I'm falling asleep right now. I don't have time to put on sweatpants. I'm too tired. But I don't know what's really funny, actually. I used to do this in high school all the time because I'm a huge nap girl. I always need my naps.
Are you
So
gonna take one after the buzz?
Oh, 100. I do every time after the buzz. I take a 2-hour nap. But I used to get home from school, take a nap in my jeans, wake up, and then put on pajama pants to go to bed. I'm like, I probably should have just done this before, but
I cannot even sit on the couch in jeans. I
Really?
need to change. My ex-boyfriend, not a shout out. He used to sleep in jeans, like go to bed in jeans.
okay, well, no, that's
Okay.
disgraceful.
I trained him. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I trained him. But I don't know how you would just like sleep. It just gives me an ick. But also sleeping with socks also gives me an ick.
Yes.
I sleep with socks.
No.
Even in the summer.
You're canceled.
I used to, but I switched up for the better.
Good.
Yeah.
Welcome to the light side. You're on the good side now. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine sleeping with
That's a
socks
red
on.
flag.
That
Red
is a
flag.
red
No,
flag.
like,
I'm sorry.
like my feet get really cold at night, so I
Put
need
the
socks.
blanket.
No, like it feels weird. Like you need something to like cover your feet. Yeah.
You know,
I wake up
Yeah.
angry actually if I accidentally fall asleep with socks. I'm like using my other foot to rip them off.
I'm the opposite. If I wake up and my feet are barefoot, I get so mad. Like no.
you're done.
Mhm.
You're done. You're done. But okay, back to the Trump thing. It's not like the FBI jumped on his bed in shoes.
Yeah.
They were having a pillow fight, jumping on his bed, wearing the shoes.
What men think sleepovers are actually like. So the FBI and just Trump have some. Have they? Oh my god! Imagine a little FBI Trump sleepover,
That's
little
interesting.
White House sleepover.
Oh my god.
I need to stop getting ahead of myself. Anyway, here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair, we do not sleep with socks on, except for Nicole.
Except me.
You're canceled. I'm just
You're
kidding. You're not canceled. We're gonna be playing some. We're gonna play the top of the hour before we hit it to Bulletproof Heart by My Chemical Romance because it is fall. It is fall. This Danger Days is fall to me, and we're gonna be listening to some fall music in my noggin. Anyway, thank you for always starting your day with us, and have a great day. Goodbye.
You're